Hello and welcome back to What the Fork with your hosts,
Hannah
and Lexi.
Oh my god, it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
Because you weren't even on the last one we recorded.
That's right, I wasn't.
Why weren't you here?
I don't remember. I wasn't at school that day. Probably a field trip or something.
Wait, it was either a field trip or you were finishing college essay.
That was back in fall, so if I wasn't...
But this one I recorded before winter break.
Oh, then maybe... Oh, you know what? Yeah, I stayed home to finish some auditions. Like, video auditions.
Lexi, you had so many. How many colleges did you apply for?
So, guys, I applied for 38 colleges.
Wait, 38? I thought it was like 27.
I auditioned for 27. Like, once
Okay.
I applied for the 38, I got auditions for 27 of them. And, yeah. So, I only have one audition left, guys. One
For which
audition
school?
for Milliken.
Where is that?
It's in Illinois somewhere, which a funny story though,
Somewhere?
like I'm not going to Milliken. I know this already because I already know where I'm going, guys. Drum roll, please. Drum roll. I'm going to Ball State University for musical theater.
Ooh, wait,
Which-
I don't know where that is either.
That's in Muncie, Indiana.
Ooh, college is still terrifying for me.
It's so scary. Like I'm still waiting on like 12 decisions, but like they called me and letting me know that I got into Ball State this weekend, and Ball State is like a big deal. So I've already evaluated it over the options that I haven't gotten decisions back from yet, and I've decided that I would rather pick Ball State over any of them. So basically, it's 99.9%.
Oh my god, it's the one you're literally wearing right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing the sweatshirt. I'm so mad though because this is my mom's sweatshirt. She wanted one too, and I ordered a crew neck with it just said Ball State on it and like this cute like little vintage lettering, and they kept sending me the wrong sweatshirt for Bradley University. I was like, this is not what I ordered 3 times. I tried ordering it 3 times.
So now do you have like 3 Bradleys units?
Yeah, I do, and I have to go return them this weekend.
Oh, I was gonna say you should give me one.
Yeah, I mean,
If
go
you
to
don't,
Bradley.
if you don't, no, I want to go to. Okay, so I had junior counseling. Yes, the Thursday and then last Wednesday, and yesterday they had to start doing our Navient stuff. And so I learned that with my GPA minus like the SAT score, what it is right now, I actually have like a really good chance of getting into most colleges since I have a 3.8 GPA.
Yeah, that's so good.
Thank
What
you,
is that?
thank
Your
you.
weighted or non-weighted?
I don't know. I can check.
If it's your non-weighted and your weighted is like 4.0, you're like solid.
You want to grab my bag and I can check if it's my weighted or one or not? Like, let's just pull out my iPad. Wait.
Even if it is your weighted, that's still really good. Like, girl, that's impressive. Like my non-weighted is 3.9.
Like, no, because I've always had good grades.
3.91.
I'm gonna say this now, and if any teacher for some reason is listening to this, I don't study like almost ever. There's
No,
a few
me
things I'll
neither.
study for. I still get good grades, and if I know I need to study for something, I will study.
Yeah, that's me too. Like I don't
But
study.
I won't
like,
be
because I want
studying
to.
like I have a bad habit of like if I study and it's a test, I need to memorize. It's not I need to study. It's I need to memorize.
It's I need to memorize. Yep.
So what I'll do instead of actually studying is I will most of the time just cram it in like before the class. Like especially with not Spanish, but especially with my vocab stuff, I'll cram in the new stuff like during the test and if I like before class. And it's the easiest thing for me.
Me too. Like I don't do well just the word study. I hate the concept of just studying because it's like it's not a set thing. Like if your teachers give you packets to do, like that's great. But if they're like, "Oh, study for this test," and you don't know how, I hate that. And then I don't do it because I don't know how, and then I'm like, it's stressing me out.
My cumulative is a 3 point here.
I'm gonna check out your. Okay, wait. You have to go to like your transcript thing. It's a whole
Lexi's
thing.
trying to find my grade, but yeah, my GPA is a 3.89 right now. And so I have 100% chance of getting into DePaul, which is the school I want to go to.
Yay!
But that costs like $34,000 a year. That's
Ooh.
without room and board, and without like any scholarships or anything.
Just tuition.
Just tuition.
Wow.
And UIC, I also have a 100% chance getting into. Actually, a counselor told me that can be my safety school, UIC, and I was like, ooh. And it only costs $11,000 a year for in-state. Well, 11,000 is like 900, so it's like 12,000. But if I add on like scholarships or loans, I could probably only I could possibly only be paying like I don't know, like $7,000 out of pocket for college.
That is so good.
So I think that right now, purely because I did see like this course schedule like, that I'd have to take, and I was honestly so excited. You saw that. You thought I was.
I did. I was like, yes, Hannah. I thought it was USC.
No, I want to stay in state because of that exact reason. Like, I don't come from a like I don't think I don't come from a family with money, because that's rude. I don't come from a family that has the means of, like, I have like thousands of dollars already saved up in my fund for college. Like, I don't. Both my parents work in retail. Like, we're not low class. Like, we're fine, but I don't have like the ability to be dropping what like $120,000 on college tuition alone for 4 years. I don't have that kind of money. So they whatever. And also, if I go to UIC and I can get in a scholarship to get my thing dropped at what?
Sorry, you have a fantastic report card.
She's looking at my grades right now.
Your weighted GPA is like as of last year, which is probably different now, or no, as of last semester. But anyway, your weighted is 3.89 and your non-weighted is 3.76, which is fantastic. You only have a few B's and like all A's, so go girl, like you go.
Thank you. I've been like this since middle school, guys. No, it's I'm very lucky with my grades somehow. I don't know. I feel like the one thing that's gonna like screw me over would be like gospel, which is terrifying.
Oh my god, are you serious? No, because
I don't like solo and ensemble, and I don't think he realizes that I actually have extreme stage fright.
You should say something.
But then he's gonna be like, go do a duet or something. I have massive amounts of stage fright where it's like when I'm going up there, my heart will start pounding and I will feel a pit in my stomach, and then I'll start singing, and then I'll like actually be terrified. And it's like, it'd be one thing if I could tell him that only the judge can be in there, but I know that if I say anything like that, he will say, you can't do that, they have to come watch you, be able to watch you, because that's what happened my freshman year. Because
people don't have to watch you though. That's the thing.
I know, but I know he's like, I don't tell people not to come watch you. Like, let them come watch you. Blah 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 blah. And it's like,
if that's like your fear, like you should talk to him about it. Like he might not get it though.
He probably won't get it because it's like I'm always singing. But like the difference is when I'm singing, like I'm singing in class and it's everybody, I'll be stronger about it. Like when he was having us do like that like jazz funk thing.
Yeah,
whatever.
When he had us all sing by
when
ourselves.
I was doing it by myself, I didn't do it well, but I can, because I did it all the time for all my trials on accident with the my. I always would do that, and I call it crunching my voice because it's what it sounds like.
Nice.
And when he did it down the line, I was like barely doing it, and he thankfully accepted it. But then when we're doing it as a group, I did it a lot better because I know I did a lot better. And so like when I'm singing in that aspect, like in the car with my friends, or like even during like music, like Strike, it was, you weren't there. Like we had the Crybaby soundtrack playing during Strike, and everyone was singing, I was singing. So like in that aspect, it's fine. I'm fine. Because I don't care if people hear me. But like when I know people are hearing me.
Like when you're being judged.
It's not even when I'm being judged, because I know they're not going to judge me on my voice. But it's like a
solo. Like it's like a hardcore solo. It's like spotlight is on you.
I know, but I don't know how to bring that up with him. I would rather write an essay on something than do the solo and ensemble.
Why don't you just tell him? Like,
because I feel like he's going to say, like, oh, you're in our highest group, you need to be able to do this.
I do think I could totally see him saying that. And honestly, like, I don't know how far you would get. I understand the stage fright. Like, I used to get that. I still do. I get it all the time, and it's like horrifying because you're like, I'm fine, but your body's like, no, you're performing, you're being judged, you're not fine. And so I physically, like, I shake, and like my heart's like I get that, and I like, you should just talk to him about it.
I mean, I probably will. It stems from like 4th grade. We had this weird thing where you can go sing during lunch, and I tried, and then I just said I forgot the lyrics. I got terrified of trying to sing in front of my peers. So then I went and sat down, then I actually like, oh, I just forgot the lyrics. It's fine, whatever, blah 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 blah, right? And then it was getting better, and I was singing with my friends, and then someone in like 6th grade said, if you're gonna sing, at least sing in the right key. And I was like, oh
my god.
And then in 8th grade, that same person said I was like a really pretty singer, but like. Cause like I will agree, I won't always sing in the right key, but like after that I was like, oh, okay. So now I do not like say, also because I'm probably gonna do Pure Imagination if I do a solo, because I already have the sheet music and all that jazz. And it's not a comfortable register for me anymore. It was fine, but like I'm barely there at this point, and I know he's not gonna let me drop it the octave. He's gonna be like, oh, then just do a different song. That's what he's gonna say. I'm like, I don't want to do a different song.
I love how we can just predict what he's gonna say.
No, because he's gonna say,
sometimes.
if
like,
you,
I could just see it.
Because I know he's gonna say, if you want to do the song, you have to do it how it's written, or else just do a different song. And I'll be like, I have no other songs. I'm a soprano. I'm a first soprano, and I can still sing first soprano. I can't hit the notes Gabby does.
No one can.
I can still sing. Actually, when I was singing like a tenor, I can show you this video. I somehow hit the note, not well, but I did hit the note, and it sounded okay. I was fully just singing like the tenors do, but it didn't sound like it.
Like the tenors do.
Oh yeah, no. Driving back from Chicagoland, me and Han Young were singing Jericho like tenors.
Shut up. Can you like do a little bit of it?
I have a video of it, but it's like kind of embarrassing. But it was just like, you know how the tenors sing in that one part that was like where they strain their voice is just like so much.
At the end where the altos strain in.
Joshua the battle is the battle of Jericho. Joshua the battle is the battle of Jericho. That part, we were singing the whole song like that. We were singing the whole song like that, and so then I did the Gabby note and I semi hit it, and it was kind of funny.
That's so fun.
I'll show you the video later. Don't worry.
I like when that guy was working with us and like spreading our mouths, putting our hands in our mouth was like gross, but also like that worked because. Oh my god, when Hunter did it, I was like, oh my god, you don't sound like you're straining.
Wait, you can hear Hunter doing it. So we had to put our fingers, this is going to sound really strange. So we were at a competition, and the guy, when he was like helping us to get better, he had us put our thumbs down our throat to the soft palate in the back of our throat to lift it up and spread it to create more sound. And so here's Hunter doing it. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up, but we're gonna do it anyways. Oh wait, that's my ringer. I might have the video
of Gabby doing it. I'll see.
Wait, here's Hunter doing it. That was him doing it, and him normally singing
like,
is not in a bad way because I know it's a high note for him.
It's like a musical theater type way with like the mix, but when he sings it a lot, like it's a hit or miss sometimes, where it like sounds. It
can be very strange.
It can be
sounding, and that was the first time he fully hit it, I think, without sounding strange.
Like he sounded like a choral tenor, like like with this space in the back of the throat. Instead, he's always like which like that's not a bad sound, but sometimes it doesn't like sound like he's.
Sometimes it doesn't translate correctly.
Yeah,
and sometimes it just sounds like he's just kind of like jumping overboard. Honestly, I feel like one of these days he's gonna actually hurt his voice while doing that.
Yeah. I've talked to him about it, and like I'm like, oh, like doing warm-ups and stuff for that part of your voice, and he doesn't do that stuff. He just goes right into it, and that's not healthy at all. Like he's gonna hurt his voice one of these days.
Do you want to hear the clip of me singing Gabby's note and kind of hitting it? Okay, I'll just pull it up.
So like she's like
no. Okay, wait, I can hear. Let's do two things. Here's Gabby hitting it because I have the video of us singing Jericho. 1 second. No, it's going everywhere. No.
I don't have any video. I have my own.
I had my mom take the videos because I like to. I've posted us singing Jericho with Mr. Malik directing us on my second account on TikTok. And it got like 400 views, and then it got like 400 views again. And I was like, so I have my mom take a video of Jericho us legitimately singing it. So like. You'd hear our whole choir and not just the basses, or for the second time I did it, just hear like me and Gabby because we were standing and back, and so I posted that one instead. But oh my god, okay, I made friends with some kids from show choir, in at Chicagoland. Wait, here.
Oh my god, I can just hear Hunter. Wait. Wait, was that the one at Chicagoland?
That was Chicagoland.
No way, because oh my god, do you know what frustrated me so much is when Mr. C kept telling the tenors cool it with the like the ending because the altos had it right. Yes. All I can hear is Hunter. All I can hear is him.
Okay. No shade meant at all. Hunter has an ego problem when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And not in like a shady way.
No.
I think he understands he has this as well a little bit, but he doesn't want the altos to have it because he's like, no, I can do this, and he can do it.
He can.
It just doesn't sound the best.
Right. Like it's not like it's a little bit too high to the point where like you're straying. Quick, can you play it again?
Yeah. Here. Let me get to the part.
Like I was like, I had this. Like the altos, there were maybe 5 or 6 of us doing. We were like, we got this, you know. But I remember every time Mr. C said something, either Hunter wasn't there, or when he did hear it, he just. Yeah, all I can hear is Hunter.
I mean, coming from me, I don't only hear Hunter, but I will say, and it's like the ego thing is not just Hunter. I was
Definitely.
talking to Victor and Andres about it, and Andres can't hit that note. But they were both saying like we don't want the altos to help us. We can do it. Like they were. So I think it's the tenors as a group just don't want the help.
That's just tenors for you.
That's
Like, just in general.
Okay,
Like,
I don't want to play too much of this because it's like not good. Wait. Okay.
The battle of Jericho that morning.
It's just-
Jericho.
It's just us screaming. I have to find the part of like.
And the walls coming with that. Okay, go straight.
This is. I'm driving her home when we're doing this.
Battle! He is the battle! Battle!
Also-
The walls coming tumbling down.
This is the whole thing. The second one. Like, it doesn't sound good. I hit it. This doesn't sound good.
That's so funny.
I keep in mind, neither of us actually sing like that.
Yeah, no.
Like, me and Han Young do not sing like that. That was just us joking around in the car singing like tenors.
Mimicking tenors.
Mimicking how tenors will sometimes sing as a joke.
Wait. Did they talk? They talked about it to you that they didn't want the altos to.
Well, it was at B-Dubs after the variety show
Okay.
when that Victor mentioned it to me. Me and Andres are just kind of close friends.
Mhm.
So we were working in personal finance, and then he was talking about it to me as well. So it's not like I'm getting all like the tenor drama. It's just that I was talking to Victor about some of that stuff at B-Dubs. And me and Andres are just friends. But he can't hit that note anyways, and he knows that. Or I'm pretty sure he can't. No, he can. He's just too exposed, so he doesn't. He that's what it is.
Yeah, because when we were doing it in class, like, you can tell that it's high for the tenors, which, like, is understandable because that's, like, high in their range. But, like, when we were doing, like, when I would do it, it's, like, right there. So, like, I'd be like, Joshua fit the battle is the battle of Jericho, Joshua fit the battle is the battle of Jericho. Like, I could hit, like, it's like, like, I'm on top of it, and the altos or the tenors are, like, reaching for it because it's, like, right in the, like, sweet spot of a female range, like a female alto range.
Yes, and I agree with that. And the one thing that annoys me about it is, so I've said I'm a first soprano that I can't hit all of the notes I'm supposed to, but like I hit most of them. And most of the time when I can't hit it, there is a lower octave note that I can do instead. And and that being like on the word "come" for Jericho, I couldn't hit that note, and if I tried hitting it, my voice would crack. Like, and it would just I don't know how to explain it other than it wouldn't crack, but it would kind of just go dead in a way.
Isn't walls higher than come?
No. It's a it's my posture. I'm not gonna just into the mic. I don't want to like actually kill somebody. So it's like Jericho the walls come. That's the second note. I don't sing that note. It's I sing Jericho the walls come. That's what I do, because as you could hear, my voice was breaking, not breaking, but
Right.
it was going crispy. It was going like a crispy.
I'm wearing my rubber band, so I can't sing because I can't open my mouth.
I got.
But I get what you're saying, because I was gonna say, like, a lot of times, like, I'm an alto through and through. I don't do soprano, but I can sing high. There's one specific part, like, in a soprano range that I can't do, but I can do anything higher than that. So basically, like, my break is right where the sopranos are.
Okay, but like, so the notes, right? I can't hit the high note, and
Maybe you're an alto 1.
I'd be a second soprano of anything.
Oh,
'Cause
that's right.
I can still sing the high notes, just
I mean,
not like the super
I
high
can
ones.
too. Do you know what I've learned in my years of whatever vocal singing?
What have you learned?
Just because you can hit a note doesn't mean you should. So like, I can, just like Hunter can hit certain notes, doesn't mean he should. Like, I can hit high notes, doesn't mean I should, because that's not my range, and I'm like not geared for that. But like, I know you've been singing soprano for a while, so like you're
Since 4th grade. Let's go.
so
No,
like
it's-
your voice is used to it. But maybe you are a soprano too. Like, that's possible.
No, I know what I can't hit, and how I know it is because my voice will start to crackle. In the simplest tense, my
Crackle.
voice will start to crackle, and I just don't. And I never try to go higher than I actually can, because that's not
Right.
good. If I
Yeah.
get moved down to second, I get moved down to second, but I highly doubt that Chloe's going to move me down to second, seeing that most of our first sopranos are seniors. Our first sopranos next year are... our first sopranos next year are me and Denise and Emily.
I gonna be honest, I don't know who sings what. Like, even in the altos, I don't know who's a 1 and who's a 2. I just know that I'm a 1, and I don't even know who the sopranos. I know Gabby's a 1, and that's it. That's literally
So our
it.
first sopranos are Hannah Conklin, Emily, Sam, Janulus, Faith, Danny, me, Denise, Andrea, and Gabby.
Gabby.
And then our seconds are Victoria, Sam L, Gabrielle, Kayla, and Sam me. Those are our second sopranos. So it's all like sophomores and stuff for the most part, and a few juniors.
He'll move people around next year. I know he will.
Sammy can't hit the notes anymore for a first soprano, and she knows that as well. I don't know why Gabrielle could hit the notes. She might have lost it.
No, Gabrielle's really good. She was an alto last year, I think. But I've
think
heard
what
her
was
sing soprano, and she's so much clearer and like smooth sounding when she sings high.
I think what was happening, I remember her talking about it. I think she wants to sing more than just soprano, so she can broaden, like widen her variety of like vocal things. I can sing alto. It's like, it's not like I can't hit the low notes, but it's like I don't like to. That's the simplest
Yeah, that's
thing.
the thing. Like, I guess I could. I feel like soprano too I could do, which I actually asked Mr. C. I was like, so can I sing soprano too this year?
Honestly,
And he was like, no. And I was like, oh,
It's kind of a good thing you don't, because the sopranos are already like very, very strong in this. Like,
because you guys have a lot of people.
we have a lot of people, but there are some people that don't always like back off when they're supposed to, and like, so it's like when we're singing and like doing our scales, and he's just like, okay, basses, and do their note, and then da and like it's like our holding our notes, and then he's always like sopranos back up. It's because we just like, there's a few people that immediately go like, oh, full power, kind of forgetting that we have so many people,
like, they don't know how
that
to control it.
they just overpower everything. So I feel like if you were there as well, it would have just gotten like too out of hand at some point. I will say there were some points that we probably needed more second sopranos, and it would have been helpful if you were there, but like also our altos needed you, so it's like,
Kind
like,
of just need it all the time. No,
Lexi's needed for
not
everything.
to be like egotistical or anything. No, absolutely
Not to like toot my own horn, but I guess everyone just needs me.
Some just me. I mean, tenor too. I mean, singing tenor.
I literally everything
Except for bass.
except for bass.
I'm gonna go. Oh, no, I can't even. I can't even hit alto 2 notes like that. It's so funny. But I have to say, though, that I'm really glad I'm out in alto, because, like, yes, we could be louder, but, like, they're so respectful in sectionals. Like, they listen to me, and, like, I'm not saying, like, I'm designated section leader, but, like, I don't like being, like, the person in charge. I try to, like, include everyone. So, like, when we go back and we do sectionals, like, I ask them, like, what do we want to work on? And they ask me questions, and they, like, work on stuff, too. And it's just, like, we just know how to communicate with each other. And I love that about our sectional. Like, I love our sectional. There's no drama in the altos, and I feel like it's the only group where there's not really any drama during the sectionals. And I am so appreciative of that. So, like, I'm glad I'm in alto for that reason.
So for our sectionals for sopranos, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just we get sidetracked kind of easily. Not blaming anybody. Like it's not one person's fault or anything like that. It's just like it's a cumulative. Close enough. We know what I'm saying. It's like it's a group. As a group, we kind of just get sidetracked. And I will say, for a while, Kalila did send us into sectionals to rehearse the same thing that we had been rehearsing for days and days.
Don't even get me started.
So I think what eventually happened was we were all as a group like we cannot fix. What it turned into was he was still working with the tenors or the basses or something, because it was for Jericho, and they have the
hardest.
They have the hardest
because they're males. So I mean, naturally, it's gonna be a little trickier.
Yeah. So he would send us into sectionals and then work with them in some aspect, and like I'm being serious here. I think for the most part, the girls taught themselves Jericho.
We did. Oh my God, we totally did.
I think we only were taught the
the beginning,
like
very
the chorus.
beginning.
We taught ourselves the verses. We taught ourselves
the rhythms, the tricky rhythms.
We taught ourselves everything because he would send us into sectionals and work with the guys, and we had tricky rhythms too. Like
we were
one of them was just right up to, and like, but it always sounds like right up to. And that's not the rhythm. It's very hard rhythm. We had to teach ourselves it, and it was actually really hard. But he would do that over and over again, and like, but we wouldn't work with him ever.
No, the girls would never work with him.
So what it turned into was us, sopranos as a group. At least for sopranos, we had, not to be like we had it really easy, but like we had it once we learned the melody, we had it easy because we have the melody 9 times out of 10. So we have it a little bit easier than some of the other sections.
Mm-hmm.
But what it turned into was us just being like singing the same thing over and over, having the exact same results, sounding good to us. And so we were kind of like, we're not, no. And so we would just stop practicing.
I get that. Like, so many times we went back to alto sectionals after we had, first of all, taught ourselves, like, for over the course of couple classes, and then rehearsed it multiple times. Like, we didn't, like, I didn't want to do anything with them, but, like, I felt obligated to run it a couple times at least. But we ran it a couple times and we just kind of sat around and talked because, like, at that point, we didn't really have anything else. So it was just getting so repetitive.
And it's like, that's the same thing. Like, Gabby would run it, like, once or twice, and if we had anything we had, like, thought we should work on, then we would always work on that. But then, like, by the end of it, we were just talking. Because it's like, you can only do the same thing so many times without a director. Eventually you'll just get the same results. And that's what we were doing, and we all recognized that we were getting the exact same results, and we weren't nothing was changing, and like, it wasn't getting different. It was just like, we just needed to stop. And so that's what we did.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I know that there's problems with intersection. The main problem was one person had with another person because they weren't singing the note they were supposed to. Like, for the high note for come, he assigned a few sopranos, and a girl wasn't there when he was assigning it, and she's also kind of forgotten about sometimes, and I kind of feel bad. Like genuinely speaking, I'm like, when I feel like when everybody has like, oh, who are we missing right now? I'm the one that has to mention them, and I'm like, I feel like that shouldn't be happening. Like, they shouldn't be getting forgotten about. And so I think that what happened is, like, she never really, but she was told multiple times that she's not singing that note, and then so she kept on singing it, and it kind of got annoying for one person, and I was like, oh, just let her sing it. It's like, if Kalila isn't saying anything about it, we just leave it. Like, they're a senior, let them like have their fun, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vocal program is kind of annoying, low-key.
Vocal program has so much drama. Like, any other fine arts, like, is media considered fine art?
Media is considered an English.
Ooh.
It's now an English class, guys. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Wait, can I get... Oh.
I would rather take this, though, than, like, my English classes. Oh, you can get credit for it, maybe. That would be so
wait,
much.
can I? Okay. I hate English classes. Not because I like reading, I like all that jazz. I'm horrible at essays, and I hate public speaking. Like we said, I have stage fright. I also have ADHD, so I when I get nervous, I talk a lot quicker. And I
really? I hadn't noticed.
I know, guys, it's crazy. I'll talk quicker, and then I'll fidget with my hands, and I know. And I get points taken off for fidgeting with my hands, and I'm like, oh my god.
I hate that, the way that they point you, they score you.
Here's my thing is that teachers like will be like, you can't stand still, like it's a formal presentation. In formal presentations like TED Talks, they walk around, they use their hands.
Yes, and they use their hands, like they fidget with their hands with the control. Have you ever noticed that with the remote? They hold a remote to like move the slides some of the times.
And also like the teachers don't even have, like, they don't even follow. They'll be fidgeting in some way too. So it's like, here's how I stand in terms of English teacher speech grading. If you are going to grade us in a term of you have to act like it's a formal speaking, then that's how you should be talking to us when you're presenting or giving your lesson, because you're presenting it. If you do it, we should also be able to do it, because it's not a formal thing. Like, I'm sorry, but my speech about like, I don't even know what my speech about like who inspires me the most is not formal. It's just for a grade. I should, and also, and like the fact that TED Talk people fidget should mean that I can be able to fidget as well.
Yeah, the way that teachers grade sometimes it really really irritates me. But then again, it's also like it's not it's like the state's curriculum. It's like they're required to grade us on this stuff. But honestly, it's very like a lot of it is just nonsensical. Like I don't understand why we have. It's like you were saying, like students fidget. They have ADHD. They like have to do stuff with their hands, and if like they're being graded on that, like that's not morally, I don't know.
I think that it's okay to grade on like fidgeting and stuff because I can understand where they come from, because if you do give like
I mean, yeah,
a certain aspect of speech, you should not be fidgeting. You should be able to move. You should be able to use hand movements. But
what if someone has stage fright and they legitimately cannot do it? Like they physically cannot.
I think that you would bring up with your teacher beforehand and be like, this is this, and also you can bring it up with the school administration if you get docked for something that you can't control. You can bring that up as well. Like that, yeah, it's not like you can't do anything. But I think that if teachers are going to grade us on something like, no, if you're not fidgeting and stuff like that, they should be presenting their presentations and their lessons in a way that would get them full points in terms of like a
they're
speech.
Not being hypocritical.
So it's not a hypocritical thing. I understand it's curriculum, but at the same time, like if you're gonna fidget for giving something, you shouldn't be docking points for fidgeting, because that means that you can't even do it. Like if I'm giving a formal speech, I tend to not fidget too much, but I'll have a scrunchie on my hand or something, and then I'll put my hands behind my back and I'll kind of move it so they don't see it, and they always see it. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was being sneaky, and I'm like, no, I'm not being sneaky at all.
I remember freshman year we had to do a speech. All of our speeches were, we could use note cards for them, which is like necessary because they were like 3 to 6 minute speeches. We had a 6-minute speech at the end of the year, and our teacher wouldn't let us use a note card or anything. 6 minutes we had to memorize, which like it was, I've memorized 8-minute speeches for speech team, but this was before I was on speech team and before I like was like better as a performer, like before I knew that I wanted to go into performance. And we had to memorize a 6-minute speech, and she wouldn't let us use note cards. And when I was telling people about like how she wouldn't let us use note cards, they were like, what? That's crazy. In college you use note cards. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, this is insane. And we were freshmen, and I stood there for a full 30 to 45 seconds, didn't say a word because I forgot. I worked on that speech so hard, and then I just forgot it. 30 to 45 seconds I just stood there, and I was so pissed because I was like, you shouldn't be making your freshman students and the students in the other classroom, I think it was like the other English teachers classroom, they were allowed to use note cards. I think, I could be wrong, but I was like, there's no way this is the like in the curriculum, there's no way it says you can't use a note card. Like I don't know, I was really frustrated with that because I was like, these students, like some have stage fright. You can't, like 14-year-olds trying to memorize something and making them recite it by memory. It's hard.
So like, okay, I'm looking at like this, like, so we were talking about like I want to go to UIC, and I was looking at my like course stuff, right? And so I have to take an English class in college for it. I have to take 2, and it's like, okay, whatever, but it's just like I feel like college is the most professional setting you will most likely speak at unless something major happens in your life.
Unless you go into like politics or law.
Because in things like that, you know that you're gonna be giving like stuff like that. But like for the average person, I'm gonna say average person that's not gonna go into something that would involve tons
Public
of
speaking?
speeching. The college will be your most formal, and it's just,
it's not even formal. Like everyone's like, oh my god, you have to be prepared for college or in middle school, and they're like, high school, your teachers aren't going to tolerate this. Like,
my teachers tolerate so much for me.
So not true.
I have less homework in high school than I did in middle school.
I never had homework in middle school. Well, that's not true, never.
I
but
had
like
so much homework in middle school.
I got more homework in high school. This year I have like no homework because I'm, not taking any real classes. But
I'm like fully about to talk to my counselor and see if media can come up with my English credit for next year.
Do it. I would.
It's an English class. Like, what's the requirements that I need? Whatever. I'm okay, but can we like talk about, so my major, if you know me, you'll understand, is a bachelor in theater design, production and technology. That's what I want to go into.
Theater design, production and technology.
It's literally just tech crew but professional.
BA.
Bachelor, yeah. It just says
of
BA.
arts or bachelor of fine art.
I don't know what it would be, but the
I think it's BA.
major courses requirement, core courses, Jesus, theater history 1, pre-modern drama,
You're gonna have to take some drama classes.
acting 1, fundamentals of theater technology, fundamentals of theater design, oh my god, some word in theater, run crew, participant whatever in theater, build crew, theater history 2, modern theater, script analysis for theater production, stage management. I had to take a class on stage management. That's required. And then required course as well, world art history and the built movement 2, draw and digital design for theater, drafting for the theater, portfolio production. Like, I just have to take a bunch of theater classes. and it's here being like, you need to learn, you need to be able to speak.
I've heard that they want you to like be in the knowledge. If you're gonna be like a theater realm, you have to take like acting classes. I
can't
was
act.
looking at my curriculum for next year for the school I'm probably
I will
going to.
say, I need to take, select 3 of the following design, production, technology, DPT courses. And so, like, it's like lighting technology 1. I'm literally going to do lighting technology, lighting design, and all the lighting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I only can take 3, and there's like 5, and I'm like, I'm going to do all of them. I don't care. So these 2 have the proper thing. I have to do in theater administration. Like...
Yeah.
Oh my dude, there's one of the ones I have to thing is called playwriting. I don't have to choose playwriting. I'm not going to choose playwriting. I'm going to choose probably stage direction.
I have to take a class called Aesthetics 1. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. If you
I just take stagecraft, stage makeup, design awareness, musical theater history.
I'm excited because I just get to do a bunch of stuff about theater. I will say learning the history of theater sounds boring. Because I'm not, I just like, I mean, whatever, but like, I don't care. I'm excited. But I will also, oh my god.
So am I. I'm so excited. Sorry, I'm really excited if you can't tell. I do that a lot. I will, like, sing things, and I don't even notice I'm doing it sometimes, and someone's like, okay, Alexi, and I was like, what? What did I just do? And I don't even do it on purpose. I'm like, sorry, guys. I just do it. So this is the fun part. I just get to wait and get my decisions like start rolling in. But it's hard because like musical theater, you don't get in, like it's so hard to get into, which is why I applied to so many in the first place. So it's like I'd be more anxious if I applied to less, and then I would be more anxious this time of year as opposed to more anxious in the beginning of the year when I was applying. But like now that the application stuff is over, like I'm just like relaxed and sitting back and waiting for these like decisions, which is working out really well, actually. I've been getting into a lot of places, and it's kind of, like, crazy for musical theater to, like, get into more than just a few because it's so competitive.
That's actually pretty impressive that you got accepted into so many.
Thank you.
How many did you get accepted into, actually?
Okay,
like,
so here's the thing.
That you've heard back from so far.
I've heard back from... I'm pulling it up on my phone. I have this whole, like, organizational list. It's so funny.
My iPad's out.
I've heard back from 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, maybe? And I'm waiting on... Wait, those numbers don't add up. I heard back from 13, waiting for 13. I'm missing one. Don't know what that is. But so far accepted to 6 BFAs. And it's pretty exciting. And, like, I know where I want to go now, so it's kind of awesome.
Lexi, what would you say the average amount of colleges to apply to is? Like
10.
Yeah.
Like for a normal person, 8 to 10.
I think I'm going to apply to like 4 to 5.
That's perfect.
Especially because, like we were talking earlier, I have a high GPA, and at the state of Illinois, you don't need to have test scores. So
nice. Do you say the city of Illinois?
The state. I might have said city. I meant state. But for Illinois, public schools, they can't require test scores anymore. So if your test score isn't good, you can void it.
Love that.
And even if I got a PSAT, I got 1,000, and even if I get 1,000 with my GPA, I have a high chance of getting in as well. So I'm pretty set with that stuff. So I'm trying to stick in state just for that reason. But at Chicagoland, my mom recorded it, right? And I made friends with some people from Indiana. They were there for the show choir competition.
Indiana, just the like
No, like Bloomington, Indiana. That's where they're from. They came to Chicago. They
Indiana
came.
University?
That's where they live. The city they live in.
Oh, okay.
They came to Chicagoland. Like they took a field trip to Chicagoland. Oh my god, I'm getting more. We were talking about like Gabby's note, and then I played it for them, and all their faces went like. Like they were just like dead, like jaw dropped.
I know,
kind of
Gabby
face.
is insane. Like there are high sopranos out there, but she has the type of tone where it's like so full that it's not like a thin soprano
she's so
sound.
regal.
It's it's very regal. It's so like when we were doing the honors festival, there were 3 sopranos auditioning for the solo, and she was one of them, and the other 2 were really good. Like they were really good, but they were a little quieter because their tone, or like their sound was a little thinner, which isn't bad. It's just the way like some people sound. But like Gabby's is so full that you can hear it from like across the room, like so intensely, and that's why she's like literally killing it every time.
I know. She was upset that Kalela just gave her that solo, the descant. She wanted there to be auditions because she knows that she's a good singer. Mm-hmm. And she knows that, like, all this jazz. She does not like the fact that she kind of just gets handed these solos because Kalela knows she can hit them well, when she knows there are other people that can also technically probably hit them and deserve a chance. So she was upset. But, like, I honestly couldn't imagine it being anybody else other than her.
No, me too. I mean, even if there was an audition, she would get it. Like, we know this because, like, she just has a different... Like, all the sopranos are talented in our program. But, like, hers, she has the type of voice where it's, like, louder than everyone else. And, like...
She's heard. Even if she has no mic, she'll be heard, which is, like, very impressive for her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that was fun. Our class... This is, like... we haven't tried to record a podcast episode for, like, so long. But, like, there was always something that happened that we couldn't do it. And it was... so sad.
So sad.
It was so.
And now we're back. I think last time I recorded a podcast was in like November. Is that true?
Maybe
November.
We need to get the some people from Play on here.
Yes, definitely. We should try to get people from other schools.
I want to try to get Dan White.
Oh yes, please! Oh my god, I love Dan White.
All right.
Dan, if you're listening to this, please come and get interviewed by us.
Let's here's what we'll do. We'll figure out a day after school we can record that you don't have Play or something, or like I can miss tech day. It's fine. And then we'll have Dan or somebody come. Another person I want on is like Jason Canopy, which I know is like kind of like, but like it's kind of impressive. I don't know. I
should get Dan and Jason, like 2 people from 2 different schools. We can have a really nice combo.
It would be so much fun. Okay,
so much fun. Okay, we're gonna plan that.
Yeah.
Hopefully next time.
This has been What the Fork. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
I'll see you next time. Bye.